You're probably wondering how I end up in this situation. Well, I just recently moved into my new art studio, and the space is huge. So as you can see, the room is pretty chaotic right now. Honestly, this wasn't supposed to happen because my original plan was to pack everything into boxes first before moving out into my tiny dungeon-like studio. So that way, it would have been much easier to organize and move everything in the morning. But my family insisted on rushing the move since it was getting late. And well, here we are. So when we moved my stuff, we literally carried everything up to the second floor by hand, without any boxes. And to be honest, it was very exhausting. And to make things even more tiring, we had just finished laying out the vinyl flooring with the help of my father, right before moving everything out. So if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, don't rush it. Take the time to pack your things into boxes first. Trust me, it will save you so much trouble later. And also you will have a better idea of where should everything should go. Unlike me, I end up spending hours trying to organize everything because my stuff have been also shuffled, so it's been really tough on where should I place them. Because I have a lot of stuff. One of the reasons I have so much stuff in this room is for years, I have been collaborating with a different brand sending their products for free, but in exchange for that, I had to make a video about it. So almost 50% of my things that you see in here are pretty much sponsored, and I didn't buy them all. So yeah, as long as possible, I'm trying to avoid purchasing a furniture or heavy items because we don't really own this place. So if that happens and if we leave this place, it just makes moving even more harder when the time comes again in the future. Okay, now that my studio is all set up and everything is in place, let's have a tour. Okay, this is where I sleep now. I actually just bought this mattress at a really cheap price during a TikTok shop sale. And as you can see, I don't have a bed frame yet. But honestly, I don't mind having a bed frame for now because I am so used to this kind of setup. Because for the last 2 years, I've been sleeping on the floor with just only a comforter as my bed. Okay, so why? Well, my studio was kinda tiny and I have no space for a proper bed yet. Because all of my stuff was already eating the space, and it was just more convenient to roll out my comforter on the floor wherever I wanted to sleep, to have that more space when I work on my videos. And I mean that room was great but definitely had some major effects to my mental health because of a tight space. So that's why I decided to change for a bit. So now that I have more space and have a decent foam mattress, it has completely changed my routine. Okay, this is where the magic happens. For this setup, I decided it would be a great idea to separate my editing area from my drawing area. This way, the space doesn't feel too crowded and I can focus better on each task. So right now, I am using my old drafting table as my editing desk. It's a bit wobbly, but honestly, it doesn't bother me that much when I work on my videos. I've also been planning to buy a new monitor, but I'm still out of my budget for now. So for now, I've been using the Huion 24 Pro as my main monitor for editing because it has a larger screen, especially since I am too tired on editing on the small screen on my MacBook. So overall, this setup really works well and I'm super happy with it. Okay, so wait, before I continue with the tour of this video, let me take a moment to thank you to Framer for partnering with this video. So if you don't have any idea what Framer is the fastest way you can build your own website or portfolio without any coding needed or a developer in just a matter of days. With Framer, you could create your site by just dragging and dropping things. For me, what I really love about Framer is how static and modern your website will look thanks to their thousands of beautifully designed templates, which you could easily customize them to fit with your style, so you don't have to worry about starting from the scratch. Sometimes, website can be a little bit boring, but with Framer, you could add animation and effects with just a few clicks so that your website feels more dynamic. And here's some of the example you can do with Framer. And yup, it is amazing. And once you're ready, Framer makes it super easy to publish your site effortlessly. And also you can make breakpoints to make your site look great in every devices. So if you wanna build your personal brands, whether you're an artist or someone who looking to showcase your work, having a website is a must. With Framer, gives you all the tools you needed to build your website that looks amazing, without code, on any screen. And yup, it is completely free. And once you sign in, you could directly to Framer and watch their own tutorials, so you could easily build your website pretty easily, which the one that I did. So a big thanks again to Framer for the sponsor of this video. Okay, so why I decided to change? Well, for the past 2 years that I stayed in my old studio, to be honest, that room was great. But the problem is, it wasn't just the space. I realized that I just needed a change for myself. Because staying in that same studio for so long is starting to take a toll on my mental health. So that's the main reason why I decided it was time to move to a new environment where I could just be more productive and have a fresh start. Maybe that's also why I haven't been very consistent with posting lately, because I feel kinda stuck on the same routine that I always do and stuck on the same environment that I'm in. So I'm really glad that I made this decision to finally get out of my comfort zone to start something new. Okay, so what I love the most about this room are probably the windows. They are large enough to let in a plenty of natural light, which it makes the space feel more brighter, warmer, and be more alive. Which is also I always look into, because natural light are so useful for filming purposes. I've also kinda feel bad about the windows on my old studio because I really like the aesthetic and the effect it gives, but there's nothing I can do about it anymore. It's just time to say goodbye. But the only downside of this place is that around noon, it feels like a microwave in here. Okay, so you see that roof outside? I'm pretty sure that heat from it bounces off and it radiates through the wall, which makes this place unbearably hot during noon. That's why I'm really glad that I have installed air conditioning here to keep things cool. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if you've been thinking about switching up your workspace or creating a space that feels more you, I hope this video gives you some ideas or inspires you to take that step. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I can't wait to show you some more projects in this place. Until then, take care and I'll see you on the next one.